Hi everyone, welcome to Mushroom Lane. You can now make our gorgeous 3D cards without even coloring if you want. By using our pre-colored layering sheets and our free cut sheets for assembly instruction, you can make easy, beautiful cards that completely amaze your friends. Get started now at RileyandCompanyOnline.com. And hey, don't forget the worms.
Hello everyone and welcome. Yes, it is Desiree and I am sure you all are having as much fun as I am at the Stress-Free Card Making Summit. This is definitely one that I look forward to every year. So remember, we are going to create cards using 5 supplies. And wait till you see the supplies that we're going to use today. So let's just jump right in. I'm going to go over the supplies so that you can gather yours up and we can do this together. Like I always say, all the techniques, at least that I show, can be done on any stamp that you already have. So here we're going to use cardstock. So I have red and black for our cardstock. Our white kind of ivory, it's actually Bristol Smooth cardstock. I use the Canson XL. That's supply number 1. I have my card base and we're going to be making a 5x7 card because I like real estate. Gotta have real estate. But this will work on any size card that you enjoy making, whether that's the standard A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, or maybe you're even like me and you want to go bigger. You can even do this on a 7x7 and create your own scene. Here is the same cardstock as what I have here. These are just for my sentiment so that I can stamp it on the Bristol Smooth and then also mat it with the red and the black. We're going to use our VersaFine black ink. Our supply number 2 is going to be a stamp positioner because I find it's easier. This will also work with an acrylic block if you only have those. So don't think you have to have this. This has kind of become my third arm. So I'm very used to it now. Our third supply is going to be this stamp set. And yes, it's actually one of mine. I actually design stamps now. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. So these are all created with tangles. And we're going to focus on these 3 gorgeous ornaments. And you see, I don't have any color going on here. That's because when it comes to, I've gone through 3 supplies, we've got 2 more that we're going to be using. A pencil. Now my pencil is going to look like this, but it's a pencil, just a number 2 pencil. So we all have them. I don't suggest a mechanical pencil. Just a regular wooden school pencil will do just fine. And I'm going to use a blending stump. That is our 5th supply. Yep, that's all we're going to make our card for today. So gather up your supplies. We're going to start with stamping our images and getting our card complete. Here we go. Okay, so let's start stamping. So I'm going to get our cardstock, which is our Bristol Smooth. And this stamp set is called Tangled Ornaments. And again, the stamps that I create are all different tangles, whether they make a scene or they're individual tangles. So like this could be a branch, and we've got some sentiments there. And we are just going to get these set. Now I'm going to use the plastic sheet here, so in case there's any ink still on them, I won't get that on my card base, but we'll get these set up here. So you can always use your packaging to get your stamps set. And we're not going to mask our ornaments because I just want to stamp. We don't need to make it more difficult. So we're just going to get these positioned. And we're just going to have fun with the position to get these on here. Matter of fact, I think I'll put this one down here. And let's see. So now this is fun, right? We're just playing with the ornaments. Now you can certainly have them go off the page if you want that. And I think we'll actually move, I think the video is going to be me putting this together. There we go. That looks better. Yes, it does. Now you can do just one. You could do, like I'm doing, all three. Whatever you want. Just have fun. And of course this shifted. So let's make sure of our placement. Put my magnet down. And then we'll get these stamped. For this is the longest part. All right, we're going to pull in our black ink and we're going to ink these up. Now, you can use any color ink you want. I just do like the look of the black. And we're going to press these down. Now, even though I'm using a Bristol Smooth, let me get my finger in there. You still may have some texture, just a little bit of texture. So you may have to just stamp this twice. I'm just pushing in the areas that I know. That we have there. And that's what I'm going to go with now. So we've got that all stamped. I'm going to set that aside real quick. I'm going to grab in my small piece that I have. And I'm going to grab a cloth just to wipe these, clean our stamps. And we'll get them back onto our sheet. And then I am going to bring that piece back in so that I can put the hangers on. I'm just going to choose our sentiment. And I think I'm just going to simply go with Merry Christmas. And we're going to use the same ink. Go, and we'll clean that one. We'll set that aside. Now we're going to pull this back in, And we're just going to have fun with the string. So there is a string associated here, and I am just going to eyeball this when it comes to lining this up. So I'm going to keep this in the corner, put my magnet down, and I'm going to use this one here because that's the easiest one right now, meaning there's nothing else that's blocking the way of that stamp. Get that one stamped down. And then we'll do the same thing with the one on the top. And I'm going to pull in that plastic sheet again so that I can get this set. And we just need that top part. And we'll get that stamped. And now we'll clean this because this one, we want this to come up, but I'm still going to use the plastic piece here. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make sure I wipe this down. Make sure I don't have anything going over it, and I'm just going to line it up to the base of that ornament, and we'll place that right there. And I'm going to keep that piece of plastic there because you can use it for your masking. Don't need anything else. And I'm going to put that there. There we go. Because again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And we'll pull that up. We'll wipe that off. So your packaging and those plastic sheets that come into your stamp are perfect for doing this. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to set it right there for right now. And I'm going to turn this upside down. And I'm pretty much just going to line it up, and it's going to sit right next to that, right there. Going to maneuver it. We'll pick this up. And now I'm going to take this piece and I'm just going to put it on an angle along that line, and we'll ink this up. And we're just going to stamp that down. And there we go. So now we've got our line. And again, we just used our packaging. It wipes off. See? And she's all clean again. It's a quick way so that you don't have to have all the supplies. We can use what we have and still make beautiful cards. Now, what I like to call the magic. So I'm going to move this out of my way. And remember, a pencil. If you have one of these, yes, as I said, I don't recommend a mechanical because they always have a nice sharp point. Here, I'm just going to use mine. Here, Either one, it's the same thing. The same exact thing. This is just more comfortable in my hand because it's so small. But I'll use this on one and then I'll pull in a regular one. So I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit so that you can see what we're doing. No drawing needed here. We are just going to take this pencil and the graphite and we're scribbling. Do you see me scribbling? I'm just scribbling. And we're just putting this pencil, we call it graphite, into these areas. That's all we're doing. We're not blending it. We're not doing anything like that. We are just getting that pencil lead into where we want that to go. And that's it. We can even outline, and again, just circles. We're not even making sure we have full coverage. We're just going around that image just like that. I'm going to do the same thing with this. Here, I'm just going to put a little bit here. Because see, I want to hold it like that. I'm going to put a little bit here and here. And you can see I'm scribbling. I'm scribbling. But this is magic. And wait till you see what it does. I could also do it along here. I like to use the side of the pencil. It feels better because you don't want to put pressure. You just want to get that pencil lead down in there so you don't have to, draw like this. You're just getting that lead down. Remember, just like we do with our colored pencils, we don't go heavy at first because you can always add more, but we can't take away. No erasers because there's no mistakes. Now I'm going to go back to my comfy one and I'm going to do the same thing over here. And I'm just going to go around that eye there. Just add that through that. And then I think I'm going to outline this one too. Now you can take that regular pencil and cut it down so that you can keep it to the side like I do. I'm going to go around this circle like that. And I'll come down on this one too. And we'll put a little bit in this area as well. We do not worry about light source. You don't have to worry about that. Now we pull in our blending stump. You can even use a Q-tip for this. And all we're going to do, we're going to continue with those circles. And this is going to blend all of this beautiful lead out. And we're just going to pull it out and blend. And here we're creating this shadow around our piece. I'm using circular motions with something we already have in our house that can bring our images to life. And again, you can use any image that you already have and do this. And you can see I'm not worried about the stain and the lines. I'm just pushing and moving and softening what I've already added there. And if you want it lighter and you saw that you missed a spot, you already have some of the pencil, the graphite in there, so you can use what's already there. You don't have to add more. But we're just adding little bits to it. You can see how it just moves around. And we're just softening it up. And what we're doing is we're actually making these 3D, making it look like that they're tangling within each other. Like I said, I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and these are just made with basic strokes that we use every day. Every day. I'm going to bring this up, and you can see all of that beautiful shading. And in no time, we've created our card. All right, so let's zoom you back out just a little bit, and let's get our layers together. So here I'm just going to use my liquid adhesive. I'm going to bring in my bases, my mats, and we're just going to get this glued down. Sorry for that scratching. We're going to place our first mat. The beauty of liquid adhesive is we've got wiggle room. We're going to put our next mat down. Here's our next mat. And we're going to get this onto our card base. And again, we're making a 5x7, but you can make any size card that you want, the size that you like to make. Let's add our sentiment. I'm going to pull in my scissors. Not even going to measure it. We're just going to go for it and cut. If you want to use a paper trimmer, you can. And we're going to mat this as well. And I just like to take my sentiment, put it down onto my solid cardstock, down into a corner. And then I'm going to cut around that, keeping the border. I know I don't measure. Measuring takes the fun out of creating your art. I want to spend more time creating than measuring. But if you like to measure, that's okay too. And I'm just going to set that right there. Right down here in the corner. And there we go. We have finished our card. That's it. Isn't it amazing? You can have beautiful cards, monochromatic. You don't have to have color, but just by adding that graphite from your pencil, it can add beautiful depth, beautiful imagery to whatever you have in your stash. Now you can certainly add gems and all of this to brighten it up, but there you go, a pencil. Yes, we can color with a pencil. I hope you enjoyed this. I cannot wait to see even more wonderful creations today. And as I said, I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. I hope you enjoy the freebie where I'm going to take this same stamp and I'll show you what else you can use to color these tangles with as well. Again, enjoy. Continue to create your art and just enjoy the process, everyone. Take care.